Hi, this is Dr. Lori Baudino, and we're here on the street, so you're going to hear lots of noises. But I'm here with Dr. Ben.
Zequeira Russel.
Zequeira Russel, with Real Connections up in Monrovia. And I wanted to start by asking Ben any question you asked today.
Any question I asked today? Well, I asked, what is the role of the cerebellum in working with autistic children?
Yeah, maybe you can tell our viewers a little bit about your office, your clinic.
So, at Real Connections, we work with autistic children and sometimes adults and families, and Lori and I have connected thinking about movement and the work that we do, and how movement and the cerebellum, which controls movement in the brain and thinking and feeling in the body, is such an important part of our work. So I was thinking about that question today.
Wonderful. And thinking about children, I always like to ask, how did you play? How did you move as a child? What did you get into?
I love to be with my dogs,
okay,
and explore the forest behind my house and hike and climb and
being in nature.
Yeah, being in nature.
Wonderful. And is there a philosophy that you use at Real Connections, a way of practicing there?
We use a model called DIR Floor Time, which is a play-based, relationship-based developmental model. It looks at what we talk about as the individual profile of the child and the whole family, actually, to think about where they're at developmentally, how to match them at the appropriate developmental level, as well as their chronological age, and kind of how to fit those things together so that it'll be a good match for them in terms of their emotional capacities and also their age and their thinking abilities. And then we look at their visual processing, their auditory processing, all of their body systems, and how to get them more integrated for their integrated functioning through relationships.
It's so amazing to hear that. It's so unique to have a place that looks at all aspects of the whole child, and to know that these parents can really have a place to go to about anything that's going on for their child. Speaking of that, what was my next question? My next question is, I know you talked a little bit about, we talked about the cerebellum, but how does movement in the body play into your work or this philosophy?
Yeah. So I think that the body, challenges in the body, is a core part of the challenges in autism. Yeah. And so we really try to attend to the body in training our staff. We teach our staff to pay attention to their clients' bodies, and actually also our own bodies, and how we're feeling and how we're moving in our own bodies, to be able to mirror the clients and join the clients through movement, and use the movement in the body to actually join them cognitively and emotionally as well, through that experience of mirroring and kind of matching their rhythm, their rate, and their force. And then if their rate, for example, is really fast, and we want to match them to join them so that we can kind of develop a reciprocity and then co-regulate them down to a slower, more balanced rate, for example. So we do kind of we look at the movement of the communication. We talk about circles of communication and how the communication, the reciprocity, goes back and forth, whether it's verbal or nonverbal. So it's kind of at the core of everything that we do.
I love it. You see, I'm hoping the audience is seeing me so excited because he's speaking my language. Yeah. He gets it. But I see that as like that back and forth, that dance, right? Mm-hmm. That movement. So it's wonderful to hear.
Floor time is often thought of as a dance.
Yeah, that's great. And I guess, as we're wrapping up, any takeaways, last message to the audience, anything you're thinking about? Kind of end with a takeaway.
I don't know, what comes to my mind is kind of like going back to the idea of what was my movement as a kid in nature, and the importance of being outside and moving outside and pushing our edges in our life kind of in general, wherever we're at, is getting to know ourselves in the world, and particularly I think in the outdoor world, in this time when so much of childhood ends up being on devices,
Right.
and with iPads and phones and games and computers, moving outside.
Getting
I guess that would
outside,
be my
yeah.
takeaway for the day.
And I know you all can see the sun. It is a beautiful day out here, so we're enjoying our nature as we're
Yeah.
talking. All right, well, thank you so much. We finally got the camera working. We
Yeah.
were trying to get internet service, and we're out on the side of a amazing cafe here. But have you all get outside and keep moving.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ben.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.